Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Larissa, Issa, Larry, whatever. I filmed this video about 6 hours ago and I accidentally deleted it, and it sucked because I filmed this eye makeup tutorial, filmed this video, I filmed the next video, and I felt so productive and I totally accidentally deleted them all. Like 2 seconds, all my work was gone. That's okay, so we're gonna do this over again. Hopefully I get everything straight and just move on from there. So, enough with the disclaimer. Today's video is going to be a holiday gift guide, and so I'm breaking this up into 2 parts. I have brushes, which is this video, and the next video is going to be like makeup, skincare, all that kind of stuff. So let's just jump right into it. The first product I want to show you is by Real Techniques. It's the color correcting set. I think this thing is awesome. You get 4 brushes and 4 sponges. I believe it was retailing for $19.99. It says it's limited edition, but last time I checked it was still available. So I would definitely hop on that. But it's great. So the brushes and the sponges color coordinate, which is kind of cheesy because it tells you like, oh, purples to cancel shallowness. The orange or yellow or whatever is to conceal darkness, green to neutralize redness, and pink to brighten dark areas. I mean, yeah, but like the brushes are all exactly the same, so you can use them for whichever thing you want. What I do like about that though is it helps you just by color coordinating it. It's like, hey, the green with the green. Okay, then I know to use these 2 together, and that can be like my color correcting concealer. So you're not mixing your lightening concealer with your color correcting concealer with your peachy concealer and getting all that jazz mixed up. I will say these sponges are super nice. This one's slightly damp. It's not fully, because like I said, I did this earlier, so I got it wet, but it's been sitting for a little while. But let me just show you the comparison. So this is the green one, slightly damp, compared to the pink one, not damp at all. So you can see it gets bigger, it gets softer, which thank God. But honestly, I think these are awesome. I really do. I like them a lot. Let me show you the brush. Pull one out. They're nice brushes. It's got a nice tip to it. It's nice and fluffy, as you can see. And I just enjoy it. Like, it's dense enough to where it can do its job. I think it's a really good brush. And I like that you get 4 in here, which is really awesome because you could either keep all 4 like I do, or you can do a little stocking stuffer with like, take the pink with the pink and stick that in someone's stocking, or the green with the green, you know, like give it to 4 different people. So I think this is a great product. When I bought it, I got it at Ulta off their website, and I got it for 50% off. So, and they always have a sale, and Real Techniques is always on sale, and you can use any of the Ulta coupons they have will always work for Real Techniques, which is awesome. So you can get it for a really good price, you know. Another drugstore price item, I guess we're talking about, is the EcoTools Beautifully Bronzed set. Now this comes with 2 sponges. One sponge fell out of here and I forgot to put it back. It says it's a $45 value. I believe they sell this for like 25 bucks, I think. Which for 25 bucks, here we go. There we are. For $25 you get this little bag that comes with it, which is kind of cheap. But you get the 2 sponges, some big brushes, and some smaller ones as well. I think this is awesome. I think the EcoTools brushes are great. This one is the blending and bronzing brush. It's a nice dual fiber brush, as you can see. It's awesome. I think these are great. They're soft. They're nice to use. I have one very similar to this. It's like the sheer blush brush. Yeah, so here's the sheer blush. So just for size comparison, as you can see, the Beautifully Bronzed, or blending and bronzing, is much bigger and fuller. But the sheer blush is awesome because it really does a great job of not diffusing too much color. If you have like a really pigmented blush, that's helpful. The next one you get is the Precision Blush. So this is nice because it's like tapered, it's thin on the side, it goes out, it's a little bit more dense. A brush similar to this that I own is the Full Blush brush. This one's a little fluffier. Size comparison for you. This one's a little more square. I could see the one they give you right in here for Precision Blush would be really good also for like a light contour, you know, nothing too crazy. They give you 3 other brushes in here. So you get a shade brush, which is just like your typical eyeshadow brush. What they call a lip brush. You could totally use it on your lips. Since this is a whole eye set, I would probably just use that for under the eye. And then the only brush I'm not crazy about in this set is their, what they claim is an airbrush concealer brush. It's like a duo fiber. I don't know if it's easy for you guys to see, but it's really kind of weird, especially for concealer. I'm not saying it wouldn't work. I'm just saying, eh. You also get 2 sponges. The interesting thing about these sponges is this one is really hard. The small one, it's really hard. The bigger one is much softer, even dry. There's like a distinct difference. So what I would probably do is for the big one, I would use that all over my face. I like how it has the 2 angles on it. So it's kind of like the Real Techniques in that sense, but then it still has the flat side, which I love. So I would use this for all over the face, blending out foundation. But this one, I'd probably keep dry and dip the flat side, either one you want, into powder, and you could use that under the eye to bake. And I feel like that would work really well for that. That's what I could see being the best use for that sponges, but you know, whatever you want. So again, this was a pretty good set, and also I got this on sale at Ulta for 50% off. Now, a little disclaimer, last time I checked, I didn't see this on Ulta's website, but I still found it online when I Googled it. So just Google it if you need to. The EcoTools Beautifully Bronzed Brush Set. It's a great value. Good brushes. Moving up in price, the next one we have is the Morphe 9-piece vegan brush set. Some of these brushes I really like, some I can totally do without. This is what the brushes look like inside. I apologize, my brushes are going to be dirty because I've used them, so I know I should have washed them before this video, but no. So this is what the brushes look like. My one beef with the Morphe brushes is they don't list on the brush like what it is, which is kind of, you know, kind of frustrating. But here's the standard like flat top. I'd probably use this for buffing foundation. Oops. Buffing foundation. It's a little more flimsy than you might think though, so just keep that in mind. It's not going to give you a super dense coverage, but it's a nice brush. I've used it before and it's soft, so I'm not mad at it. That's the first brush. The next one we have is my favorite brush in the set, which is the all over powder brush. It's just nice and soft and fluffy. This one washes well as also. I like that. Just great for all over powder. You know, I like to take my powder puff and like stamp it on and then just lightly dust it all off. This is a great brush for that. The next one they have is the angled blush brush, and I like this one too. It has a nice cut to it. Or I guess it's just an angled brush. You can use it for whatever you want. I haven't used it for contour or anything, only for blush, but I kind of like my blush to have that shape anyway, so do with that what you will. But I like this brush too. It's nice. And then the last brush I really like in this set is the crease brush. It's really itty bitty, which is great for me with my eyes because I have hooded eyes. So I find a lot of times when I have a crease brush that's too big, we're just blending everywhere and it's a mess for me. So this brush I like a lot. So those 4 are my favorite. Now the other 5 in here, it's not that they're bad. 3 of them I just don't really use at all. So this fan brush you have here, I like only for the purpose of if I get fallout eyeshadow, just like giving it a quick sweep and knocking it off my eyes. It's great because it doesn't make the shadow like smear on your face. It's a very particular use, but that's what I like this one for. I've tried highlighting with it, not a fan. I only like it for the sole purpose of knocking off the shadow. But for that purpose, it works very well. Let's see. And the other brush that, you know, I think it's fun, is the angled brush. I just don't use these too much, sorry. It's like just an angled brush. It's really thin. You could use it for eyeliner, you could use it for your brows. It's not bad by any means. I just don't use it a ton. These 3 brushes left. This, I think, is such a waste. Honestly, I hate these brushes in general. Some people might like them. I'm not one of those people. This is the flat top. It's just like flat foundation brush. Like, I don't ever paint on my foundation like this. I don't like it. I don't see the purpose for brushes like this. The only thing I could see liking this for is, again, just like packing powder on my eye. Not your traditional use for these kind of brushes, but I just don't like them for foundation at all. Here's a flat concealer brush. Again, it's not that it's bad. It's just not what I like for concealer. I like a fluffier brush from concealer, like the Real Techniques ones I showed you. or some of the ones I have coming up. I don't like flat brushes for concealer. I find for me and my skin, when I use a flat brush, it looks pretty flat, so I'll pass. And the last brush is just your classic eyeshadow brush. Again, nothing wrong with this, just... So that's the Morphe set. This one I think is like 30 something bucks. I'm pretty sure. It's not too expensive. I wish it was a smaller set with just the brushes I liked in it. But I mean, just because I don't like them doesn't mean they're not good brushes. And I want to make that very clear. They're all good quality brushes. They are good. It's just not all of them are my preferred brush. But can't win them all. The next two I'm obsessed with. So the first one I have is the Your Beautiful Basic Airbrush 101. $38 brush set, travel brush set from Ulta, from the It Brushes for Ulta. The next one I have is basically like its big sister. The Beautiful Basics Airbrush 101 5-piece face and eye getting started brush set. And this one is $58. Again from Ulta. They have similar brushes in them. I just freaking love this thing, man. This cute little carrying case. Wow. Has a nice little bow in the front. You unzip it. You get a pocket on the side you can carry stuff in. The little flap over the brushes. And this one comes with 3 brushes. Now these are travel size brushes. They're still basically full size, but just heads up. You get an airbrush powder, very soft powder brush, very nice. And these ones do have the names on the brushes, which is also nice. You get a lovely angled blush brush. I love this one, it's very soft. And then you get, the last brush in the set is called the Airbrush Shadow Brush. And it's just a nice big fluffy brush. And this is what I prefer for brushes. I like them big, I like them fluffy. That's just what works for me. It helps with blending. I need help with blending, so it works well. The next set, which I like just because it has more brushes in it. I'm not mad that I own both though, honestly. I think they're great. This one has an airbrush powder in it, and just to show you the comparison in size, this is the airbrush powder brush and the full size kit, and this is the one in the travel. So you can see it's shorter, but even the, like looking at just the heads of the brushes, these ones are longer, more tapered. I think there's more bristles in it too. It's definitely, there you go, definitely denser, you know. Not that this one's bad, but this one's definitely more full. They both work well though. Then you also get airbrush foundation, which I apologize, it's used. Sorry. But this is the airbrush foundation brush. It's nice, it's dense. It's not as dense as you may think, but it works very well. And I like it. I like it a lot. I think it's a good brush. It blends out my liquid foundation nicely, and that's all I can ask for, you know. The next one is a airbrush concealer, and this is what I'm talking about. This is what I like more in a concealer brush. It's bigger, it's fluffier. I'm all about it. I think it's awesome. And then you get an airbrush shadow and an airbrush crease. So you just get 2 eye brushes. These are awesome. I love the crease brush. Again, it's a great size for my eye. And the shadow one is great for packing on color. It's the same kind of pouch. You get the side flap here that can hold extra products or brushes, and you get the flap over the brushes in here. So I think it's a great kit, honestly. I'm glad I have it. I like it. And so those are all like the kits that I have in terms of brushes I would recommend. Now I do want to shout out a couple of individual brushes. I'm going to start with the splurge because the splurge is a real splurge. You've been warned. This is my favorite brush that I own. It's so luxurious. It's just so lovely. You feel great. You feel important when you have it. This is the It Brushes for Ulta, sorry. The LBD collection. The Velvet Luxe. They're so nice. This is the powder brush, number 307. It's huge. It's so big. And it's so fluffy. And these are honestly the softest things I've, like, they're so soft. I've never felt a brush softer than these. These are insane. I got these 2 other Ulta brush kits. These are like their airbrush collection. These are their Velvet Luxe. These ones are just so much better. Like, these are good brushes. Don't get me wrong. Those are good. But this one is incredible. The handle is nice. It has this like nice silicone grip. It's angled perfectly. The bristles are just thick and full and just so incredibly soft. I love this one. I have the same kind of brush, the Velvet Luxe LBD foundation, number 302. This is so good for liquid foundation. I'm sure it'd be great for powder too. I just don't use powder foundation, but I'm obsessed with this thing. I love it. It's just so soft. They're so good. They're really expensive. This one I think is about 40 bucks. This one I think is like 38. Little disclaimer though, Ulta's awesome in the fact that you get rewards points. So what I did is I just saved up my rewards points like a lot until I could afford these rewards points, and that's how I got them, because they're crazy expensive. Now this one is the one that started it all for me. This is the Velvet Luxe Soft Focus Sculpting number 315. This one is so soft. It's incredible. I got this in like a kind of like a free gift with purchase thing from Ulta when I bought one of the ombre blushes by It Cosmetics, and this is what turned me on to all the Velvet Luxe brushes, because this is just, it's just heaven. It's like a cloud and a brush that you put on your face, and I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I have two others. I haven't even used these yet, honestly. I have the Buffing Foundation in 301. It's just like a flat top. Oh, it looks like I used it. It's just as soft. I just haven't used it yet because I really like the other foundation one. And then I have, this one's shorter than all the others, but this is the Velvet Luxe Bronzer Brush, which is nice. It's kind of more dense though, and it's shorter, so it'll give you a more concentrated application, but I could see it, because it's a little bit bigger than the foundation one, so I could see it being really nice for on the forehead, but I love that. So then just a shout out for some cheaper alternatives. I love the Eco Tools, like you've already seen. I love them. This is their powder brush. It's just nice and big and fluffy. I mean, going from the Velvet Luxe though, when you feel any other brush, you're just kind of like, okay. They're so nice, but I mean, these are really good and they're affordable and they do the job well. And really, what more could you ask for? One of my favorite ones is this highlight brush, because it's a thick fan brush, and I love this for highlighting. It's awesome. Gets right where you want it to. This came in like a highlight and bronzing kit. I love that. But one of my favorite ones from there, from Eco Tools, which I also use for highlight, is this controlled setting brush. It's small. I really like it. And I just go right there for the highlight. You can like see when I put my brush here, that's how I did my highlight today. And it's just great for like going down the nose and right in like the Cupid's bow. I feel like it just does such a good job. I love this brush. Love, 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 love. I want to give a shout out to one more brush that was probably the cheapest one here, but I don't know if they still sell it anymore. But I'm going to do it just in case. I got this bad boy from Target years ago. Years and years ago. It's just a very standard crease brush. I think they've now transformed this into their Up and Up collection, but I gotta say this bad boy has lasted me probably like 7 years. It's fantastic. It used to be the only brush I owned, the only eye brush I owned for a really long time, and it did a good job. Like, I can't be mad at it. So check out Target, their Up and Up collection. I think those are great brushes too. Alright, I just needed to give a quick wrap up. These are some brushes that I think would make awesome Christmas gifts or Hanukkah or any holiday that you celebrate. I don't mean to be exclusive or anything like that. I think they're just really awesome and they're great. Most of them are a great value. Now if you want to splurge, 100% absolutely go for the Velvet Luxe. They're so nice. I love It Cosmetics, if that's not obvious. It will be soon. I think they're fantastic and they make great brushes and I just can't get enough. Can't get enough. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and stay tuned for part 2 where I'm going to do makeup and all of that jazz. But comment, like, subscribe, share, and let me know what brushes you're looking forward to getting for Christmas or again Hanukkah, whatever holiday. I apologize. Yeah, let me know what you're into, what you're putting on your wish list, and I hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.